keeping that head down, left shoulder down towards the ball, right shoulder up, and just drop your nose. Watch that now and hit that ball.
All right, so I'm Kylie Sheehan. I'm, I guess, the resident polo instructor here at Roseland Polo and King Family Vineyards. I make my living in polo. I love bringing people into the sport, teaching new people the sport that I love, the horses that I love. I'm super passionate about the horses. It's hard for me to narrow my scope of work in polo down to one thing. I manage a polo club in Wellington. I help Connor and Allie King manage the club here. I teach lots of lessons. I train young horses. I sell horses. I play professionally, so I'm kind of all over the place. So hard to narrow it down to one thing, but I guess that's the coolest thing about polo. You can show people that polo is not just a sport, it's a lifestyle. And you know, I'm here first thing in the morning to pretty much when the sun goes down, working with the horses and making sure they're definitely my priority. Spend a lot of time with them, and to make the rest of the polo part work, we need the horses. So yes, that part's really cool to me. For me personally, this is my second summer here at King Family Vineyards in Roseland Polo. A good friend of mine, Connor Deal, who's the manager of the entire polo club. We've worked together for at least 5, probably closer to 10 years. We've known each other for since I was a student at UVA, actually. And he has always spoken super highly of King Family Vineyards. I was a student at UVA. I graduated from UVA in 2013. So I've always loved the Charlottesville area. I remember bringing my parents out to the vineyard out here to wine taste. But I honestly really didn't know, how amazing the polo club actually is here. I played polo at UVA, but I really never was exposed to everything that the club offers here. So Connor's been telling me about it and convinced me to come up last summer for 10 weeks and try it out. My goal here is to bring new players into the sport and grow Roseland Polo and really prove that polo is accessible to, pretty much everybody. We want everyone to be involved. We want people on the sidelines to know that they can take lessons. We want locals to realize that this could be a big part of their lives. I give lessons to everybody from 7-year-olds up to 70-year-olds. And the idea is just to share this sport that David King loves so much, and that this vineyard has really put a huge effort into growing. And I guess that's my main goal and objective, and why I came here last summer. And this summer I'm here for 5 months for the whole polo season this year. So it's great to be back and great to be here for a little bit longer and hopefully get some more people into the sport. So I definitely chase the sun. I call myself a polo nomad, which is pretty normal for professionals that work in the polo industry. Polo, especially grass polo, is definitely more pleasant when it's warm out. The Bermuda grass, which is usually what we play on, grows better in the warm weather. So when I'm not here, I'm in Aiken, South Carolina, which is another big polo hub, big horse hub in general, fox hunting, eventing, showing, and of course polo are all really popular there. And then in the winter months, that's in the spring and the fall when I'm in Aiken. And in the winter months, I go to Wellington, Florida, which is right outside of Palm Beach. And that's really cool. That's where all the high goal polo, highest, besides Argentina, it's the highest level of polo in the world. So it's really cool to be down there and be a part of that. I play down there, I teach polo down there, and sell horses, all sorts of stuff. So it's really cool to be down there in the winter. And I'm hoping to convince some people from up here to come down and visit me this winter and experience all that. And then I also get lucky enough to get down to Argentina usually once a year, around end of November, beginning of December, which is when the high goal polo is going on down there. I usually go down and see if there are any good horse deals, any horses I should bring back up to the States, and get to play some competitive polo and just see some of the best polo in the world. So yeah, I chased the sun, I'm lucky, and yeah, I'm enjoying it still, so that's good.
That's awesome.
So I was lucky enough to have such a good friend like Connor bring me here, and it's been really amazing to see how hard the whole King Family Vineyards family works to make all this happen. It's a lot because of their generosity. Each family member is out there after the Sunday polo games, putting the field back together, filling in the divots. They work really hard to make this entire operation, including the polo operation, work. And none of this would be possible without their generosity and their passion for the sport and carrying on David's legacy. So I feel really lucky to be a part of that and super appreciative. So.